Guys, chess.com thinks I played a 100% accuracy game. I can't believe it. Let's go right into it. So I first played e4. My opponent played Sicilian. And then I played knight f3. This is called the open Sicilian because you open up the board. White has a lot of activity because the two bishops opened up already. And my opponent played what's known as the Najdorf variation. And now I played the most aggressive variation, which is called the Rouser variation, bishop g5. When you do up the bishop on the left, it usually means that you want to castle on the queen side. And castling queenside means war because you're trying to castle on the opposite side probably, and then you try to push all your pawns. And this move also attacks the knight, so black usually doesn't play this move because it weakens the square. He plays e6. And now, since I want to castle queenside, I already start to control the center and prepare my attack with f4. My opponent plays knight bd7, connecting the knights. I play queen f3. He plays bishop e7. Oh, he played queen c7 actually, and then I castled. Okay, so far so good, pretty normal. Black is kind of making like fort. Black is very solid, but his bishops are still pretty passive. Now, after this move, my opponent plays b5. He's trying to attack me already. Now I played bishop d3. I'm just connecting my rooks. You're supposed to develop all your pieces, remember? My opponent played bishop b7, and now I play rook e1. I really like this setup. Look at all the pieces and how well coordinated they are. And this is a secret to playing a good opening. Move all your pieces on the bottom and then have them like around the center area, like this area essentially, right? And good things will happen, as you will see. My opponent decides to attack my knight with b4. Okay, what would you play here? Well, everything in my body was telling me that all the moves pointed to playing this move. Knight d5, sacrificing the knight. And chess.com thinks it's a brilliant move. The reason is, if they take, now my rook is checking the king. They cannot block with the bishop because then I win the game immediately with knight f5. I'm going to get the piece back with interest. So they have to go like king d8, and then I check them like this. And if they go here, there's already some pretty variations like takes, and then now there's going to be some sort of mate. Look at this variation here. Check. They're basically being mated now because after this is like game over. So knight d5, it's very hard to take that knight. My opponent instead plays queen a5 to protect his queen. Now, this is actually kind of annoying. So I thought, actually, I can still let them take my knight. I'm just going to chill with king b1. And okay, I don't know why it says brilliant move, but it is a good move. Sacrificing that again. My opponent here couldn't resist. He didn't take with the pawn, but he took with the knight. It looked like I messed up, right? Knight takes, pawn takes. Now bishop takes with the fork on the queen and the pawn. But this is losing for black because there's a beautiful, beautiful move here for white. Can you find it? Let's look at the position here. All my pieces are active. They're open. And here's some tricks for you to notice here. There's a pin on the bishop. There's a pin on the pawn. This king can barely move because this bishop is controlling all these squares. Okay. If I could go queen h5 check, that's also very matey. I noticed in this position, I can sacrifice my rook. Check, rook e6. They can't take with the bishop because queen here is going to be mate. What can they do? If they take with the pawn, which is what they did, I played queen h5 check. And now the king has no room. My opponent resigned because after g6, there are two ways to mate here, but we go for the stylish one. We sacrifice the queen with queen d6. They take, and now a beautiful two bishop checkmate. Now there's one more variation I want to show. This is what happened in the game. What if they played bishop e7 just to give up the rook, give up the bishop to give the king some room? Well, after rook e7, king f8, there's still that annoying little threat, right? Well, white has maybe an even more beautiful move here. The same motif using the pin. Bishop c4. Double exclam. It's like a cross pin. So if they take, we take on a8. And if they take this, because the bishop's in danger, we have rook f7 check. And if king steps over here, this is utter devastation. Because even though we don't have a queen, we're just slaughtering the entire black army. I mean, they have no moves here. They go here. We can even go knight f5 with the mating threat like this and this. They have no moves. They literally have no moves here. What can they do? Rook d8? Okay. That's actually mate. Okay, so what if they played king g8 here? Knight f5 again. Threatening mate prepared several ways. So if they play something like rook e8, we can mate with rook g7, king f8, and now we can be really pretty if you want. Rook g8 double exclam. Why? After here, bishop h6 check, rook g7, bishop g7 checkmate. Isn't that pretty? Just the minor pieces mating the king. Absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, this was 100% accuracy game according to chess.com. So I'll take it. I will take the 100% accuracy. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next video.